Okay, awesome. So we talked about Jordan Belfort, who said ironically that he loves the blockchain technology, but he was not an optimist about Bitcoin because according to him, Bitcoin was going to crash. And then it happened shortly after he said so. Bitcoin had a Humpty Dumpty fall, crashing from $20,000 to $3,500, and the market was in the BS season for 2 years. All right, and it felt like, oh guy, his prediction had come to pass. But then 4 years down the line, we can see that Bitcoin has been parabolic and it is set to hit 100K. All right, and then we'll also talk about what is fueling this increase, what is fueling this parabolic move of Bitcoin. We've seen that one major factor is the fact that there are institutional investors, like MicroStrategy, like Square, like PayPal, Grayscale, investing massively in Bitcoin. And apart from that, we've seen people who previously were, negative about Bitcoin, like Jordan Belfort that we'll talk about. He's back in 2021 predicting Bitcoin to hit 100K. And we've seen the likes of JP Morgan, who was also against Bitcoin. We've seen him investing in Bitcoin and a whole lot of other people. And we've said that another factor fueling this move of Bitcoin is influencers. All right, we can see that most tokens have very strong social communities. As a matter of fact, if you're looking to buy any project, apart from looking at the market capitalization, you should also be looking at the communities behind this project. All right, any good project should have a strong project. Most of these meme coins and many projects are being pushed on social media, Twitter, TikTok. We're seeing influencers. We're seeing so many influencers, all right, getting in on this whole Bitcoin ride, and this is fueling the move of Bitcoin. And then we've also said that even though people like Warren Buffett, they're not looking into Bitcoin right now, we shouldn't make our decision based on Warren Buffett's stand, because tomorrow Warren Buffett can decide to invest in Bitcoin and automatically he's going to be a whale. All right. And then we talked about the fact that some of our parents' generation, the baby boomers and the Generation X, because people like Elon Musk, because they're seeing a whole lot of institutions actually, not influencers. Because if we were by influencers, our parents are not going to look into cryptocurrency at all. But then, because they're seeing a lot of institutions getting in on the Bitcoin ride, some of our parents, some of them are beginning to consider Bitcoin as an alternative investment. All right, they are beginning to consider it as a diversification option. And these are the things we have covered. And then we moved on to say that for you to begin your cryptocurrency journey, there are a few things you need to take note of. Apart from the fact that you already know the facts right now, that Bitcoin and crypto basically generally is not a bubble that is going to burst anytime soon. Yes, you know that. Yes, you already have the facts. And then if you want to know more about these facts, kindly go to our YouTube channel and watch the previous videos. We covered a lot on these facts. All right. And we said that it is wrong to invest blindly, because if you do, they're going to be ripped off right before your very eyes without knowing. And I give an example of someone, I saw a conversation, a screenshot yesterday or 2 days ago about somebody who said he paid 100K, all right, to get a Binance account. And it was really funny to me, in as much as it was very painful because that person just got ripped off. It was painful, but it was really funny because if that person had taking time to get knowledge, he wouldn't have fallen prey to that fraud. All right, so we are emphasizing the fact that you should get knowledge, and we've said that there are two ways to get knowledge. One, you can get knowledge randomly on the internet, okay, because we have a lot of free resources out there. If you go on YouTube, you get a whole lot of videos. If you just type any query on Google, generally just type what is cryptocurrencies, how do I begin my crypto journey, you're gonna see a truckload of articles, a truckload of videos and all of that. But the problem with that, in as much as that is awesome, the problem with that is you're not going to get curated information. All right, you might just end up being more confused than when you started out. And I gave an illustration of when I was learning forex back then, and I felt like, oh yeah, YouTube. I mean, for heaven's sake, I mean, I have YouTube, I have it all. And I went on YouTube and I was searching different videos, and really I got really confused because I realized that different people have different strategies. Okay, so if you don't want to waste your time, if you don't want to waste money, the best thing for you to do is to try to get curated information. And I said there are two ways to get curated information. One, you could tailor your search. You could do some tailored search. And how do you do that? Go on specific websites, go on specific resource centers that are strictly tailored for cryptocurrencies. And I gave an example. I said Binance Academy is a very good place to begin. And Binance Academy has this set of tutorials. They have materials on anything generally you want to learn on crypto. You want to learn about DeFi, you want to learn about NFTs, you want to learn about anything, margin trading, leverage trading, everything is there on Binance Academy. So at least you can have an idea, because that is where you need to start from. And I said the second option, which is usually the preferred option and the better option, is to get mentorship. All right, to join a learning platform or a mentorship platform. And I said there are two reasons why people join this platform. The first one is to have a real life person, all right, a real life person who is there to assist you in this journey. Now, I give an example of the fact that when I teach my subscribers and new people who join my community, when I teach them how to trade on Binance, most of them don't get it in the first instance, and it's normal. It's very normal. So, but when you have when you're in a community, you can always refer back to that person. If you have any challenges while you're trading, you can easily refer back to the person and say, oh, what is this? I don't understand this. I had this challenge when I was trading. And I gave an example of my community, that the fact that I usually get a lot of inbox. Sometimes some people start to trade and they're like, okay, can I sell now? Yes, in fact, that is another reason why you really need to join a paid community, because sometimes you need to know when to get out of a trade. Okay, you need to know when to get out of a trade. Like yesterday, we knew that Dogecoin was going to dump really bad. And then at the first set of persons I gave that information to was my paid community, and I told them to sell off. So that is the essence of getting into some of these communities. You get timely information. Apart from the fact that you get a mentor, you get assistance, you also get timely information. And I said before we went on the break, I said that many times the difference between a profitable trader and an unprofitable trader in this space is access to timely information. All right, so I can imagine someone who probably made $200 profit on Dogecoin last night, but because he didn't know that he was supposed to sell out, Dogecoin dumped I think by about 45% between last night and today. Imagine losing about half of that money. All right, yes, in as much as yes, the Dogecoin definitely should pump again. From the look of things, it should pump again, but then it will take the person some time to get back to where he or she was. So it's very necessary that you know when to get out of a trade. It's not a bad idea if you made $500 from Dogecoin yesterday and you got out of the trade. It means that you have your capital preserved. Now the market is in a dip, you can take the trade again. You can buy Dogecoin again, and when it pumps, you're making profit. This is how to trade. All right, this is not, it's not, you don't have to lose the profit that you made as a result of ignorance. So this is the reason, these are some of the reasons people join paid communities. And I highlighted the fact that the last reason and the major reason actually why people join communities, because some people who join these paid platforms, they already know how to trade the market. So why are they joining? It's because they want access to information. And I said information is very key. Now, if you knew about Dogecoin from January, by now you'd be in massive profit, unlike people who just got to know about Dogecoin or who just invested into Dogecoin because they said they got the information that Elon Musk was going to be on SNL, and so they just wanted to scoop some profit. It's imagine if you entered in January. I mean, your $100 would have done amazing things by now. Okay, so basically these are the two ways to get knowledge. Go on the free site, go on Google, go on YouTube, get curated materials, and then subscribe to page channels. And the next thing we want to consider in beginning your crypto journey is number two. As somebody who's going to trade the crypto market, you would need emotional management. Okay, so before we move on to talk about emotional management, I'm going to talk about something. You need to give yourself some time to learn. I see a lot of people, and this is where people spell doom for themselves. You need to give yourself some time to learn. I said that when I started my trading journey, I spent a lot of time observing the market. I spent a lot of time understanding how things were being done in this space before I even started trading. But some of us, because of the whole hype in meme coins, we've seen how these meme coins have actually done well. Shit coins have done well in the past few weeks and past months. So many of us just feel like that is the trend, that is the status quo in the crypto space. You will be very wrong and you end up losing money. You need to take some time you need to be patient, because the truth is that the crypto space is here to stay, and there will always be opportunities to make money. I usually tell people that if you miss a trade, don't beat yourself too hard, and don't FOMO. Don't jump into the trade because I want to, I'm going to lose. There will always be opportunities. The opportunities here are endless, actually. So you need to take your time. Yes, Dogecoin has gone. There's going to be another coin that's going to do 10x, that's going to do 100x. So why kill yourself about the fact that you missed Dogecoin? All right, so give yourself time to learn. It is knowledge that sustains profitability, actually. No matter the investment, whether it's crypto, whether it's a business or like a traditional business. One thing I want to talk about is emotional management. Now, as an investor or a potential investor, you need to know that investment is risky. Okay? Any investment whatsoever is risky, whether it's real estate, whether it's forex, whether it's stocks. It's risky. There is a potential or a tendency to lose your money. But what learning does for you is that it helps you to manage your risk. Every investment is risky. As a matter of fact, life generally is risky. It is risk takers that make profit. You cannot always play safe. If you always play safe in life, then there's a very high tendency that you might not do much. So every investment is risky, and put that at the back of your mind. In as much as we're in a bull run currently, and meme coins seem to be dominating. You put $100 in Dogecoin, you're cashing out $400, and you're like, oh my god, blood money, hey, this is it, get rich quick scheme. That is not, I keep emphasizing it. Don't come into cryptocurrencies with that mindset. You're gonna be disappointed. I shared something, it's a meme too. I shared it yesterday on my status and in my quick community, and I think I also shared it on the free WhatsApp group. I said trading is, the meme actually says trading is 10% buying and selling, 10% of something, and 80% of waiting. So don't come into the crypto space thinking that all tokens you're going to buy are going to do 1000% in 2 days. You're going to be very disappointed. So you need to have emotional management. And number one is that you need to, first of all, settle it in your mind that investment is risky. And what this simply implies is that you're going to lose some and you're going to win some. You're not always going to win. It's everywhere it happens. Now, if you trade forex, there's this thing that's usually said. It's usually said that a professional trader, right, is not a trader that has 100% wins, because that is even impossible. All right, that is anybody that comes and tells you that, oh, I've been trading forex and I've never made a loss. It's not true. It's not true. You would want to doubt that result. Because a professional trader is not a trader that wins 100%. It's a trader whose wins are more than his losses. Okay? So also settle it in your mind that you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. But what makes you a successful trader or a professional trader is the fact that your wins are more than your losses. Okay, so that is number two. You should settle in your mind. Don't come into the crypto space and if a coin dumps on you, or you don't make, or maybe you bought this token and then there's a general dump in the market and the market is bleeding. You're like, oh my god, you didn't tell me. No, you win some, you lose some. It's the rule of the game. Okay, so settle that in your mind. The third thing you want to do is make a plan. Now, it's not a lie, the common saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's very true, and it's extremely true in the crypto market. As time goes on, we're going to, maybe in the next episode next week, we're going to look at the different kinds of trader. There are different kinds of trader, and depending on what works for you, you need to have a plan. Okay, one major where most people miss it in the crypto space is that they just come into the crypto space and just jump into any trade they see. For example, somebody probably has 500,000 to invest, and it's like, okay, 500,000, and then he's just randomly looking around and he hears that this coin, maybe on Facebook. It's amazing where some people get their information. You'll be amazed how some people get their coin picks in very ridiculous places, especially on social media. If you're going to buy a token on social media, when you're seeing it on Facebook, on Twitter, most likely you're going to buy the top of that token, because before it gets there, investors have already invested, and what they're doing on social media is just to push that token. All right, so you're probably one of the persons that token is going to be rug pulled on. All right, so I was giving an illustration about somebody that has 500,000 naira, and this person just says, okay, fine, I have 500, I want to invest in crypto, I want to double my money in 1 month, and then the person just sees that, okay, Dogecoin is popular right now, it's popular, and then the person just says, oh, $500, I'm sorry, 500,000 naira, I'll just put my whole 500 into Dogecoin because I want to double it. And the person just does that, and before you know, Dogecoin has gone by 45% and is at a loss. And then he's like, oh my god, this trade went bad. And then he hears about another token that is about to come. He pulls out his money, hoping that he's going to recover, just sells at a loss. At the end of the day, that person is going to make a mess of his capital. And these are the kind of people that will eventually come and say cryptocurrency is a scam. Crypto is a scam, is a lie, I've been scammed, because they didn't have a plan. So in this industry, as you're learning, as you're getting knowledge, make sure you have a solid plan. And what do I mean by plan? You're going to define what kind of trader you're going to be. If you're going to be a day trader, if you're going to be a scalper, if you're going to be a swing trader, if you're going to be, if you're just going to be staking, maybe you don't have, your risk appetite is very low. So maybe you're just going to be someone who stakes, just come and stake your BNB and disappear. So you have to define what kind of trader you want to be. You will have to define your strategy. Okay. Even though generally it is always advised for beginners to start with swing trading. So if you're a beginner, most likely you want to begin from swing trading. And swing trading is where you buy a token and you hold that position for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. It's easier for the beginner. As a beginner, you don't want to start out trading leverage tokens because you heard that it's very profitable. So you just go on YouTube and then you check a video. Oh, this is how to trade leverage tokens on Binance, and then you go 10x. And before you know, you're going to get wrecked. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is, apart from the fact that you have a plan, you need to have some ground rules with that plan. So if you decide to be a day trader, you need to have some ground rules. Now, these ground rules are necessary because there are days when you're going to get emotional. Now, when you get emotional, these rules are going to put you in check. Now, if you're still here, if you can still hear me, if you're still following, please indicate in the Zoom chat box and say, I'm still here, I'm still following, so I would know that you're with me. If you're here, if you're following, please kindly indicate in the Zoom chat box and say, I'm here, I can hear you, I'm following, so we can go on. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, so I was talking about the fact that apart from your plan, you still need to have some ground rules. Now, I have a friend. I'm not a scalper. I don't scalp. I don't day trade. I have a friend that does strictly day trading. Now he doesn't do swing trading. He has no business with leverage tokens. He doesn't do all of that. As a matter of fact, he doesn't even trade on Pancake Swap. He doesn't trade outside Binance. All he does is day trading. And you see, he is such a profitable trader. Why? Because he defined it. So no matter what, if Safe Moon is going to the moon, Safe Moon is going to the sky, Safe Moon is going to wherever it's going, he doesn't care. I really, really admire his level of discipline. He's a day trader, so he deals a lot more with technical analysis. Now, one of his ground rules is that he doesn't leave a position open to, okay, how am I going to say this now? Like, he doesn't leave a position open if he's going to take a step away from the system. Now, what this means for him is that, scalping is very, 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 very it requires a lot of adrenaline and skill. If you, before at the snap of a finger, you can lose your funds. So for him, if he's going to stand up to get a glass of water, he's closing his position. That is some strict ground rules, but he has to, live with these rules because they keep him in check and they help him to stay profitable. Now, this is the path he has chosen for himself, and he's making so much money scalping. Now, as a swing trader, you need to define your own ground rules and stay with them. If you are trading forex, one of the ground rules that we are usually advised to stick with is the fact that set a target for every day. All right, forex is just like a day trading. You understand? So set a target for each day and say, okay, I want to make $100 per day. Once you hit your target for the day, please, no matter the number of opportunities you see in the market, shut down that system and leave. The market is always there. Do not overtrade. Now, for crypto traders, personally for me, and this is what I always advise anyone that cares to listen, one of my ground rules is that I do not buy the top. There's nothing that's going to make me buy the top of any token, except in very, very extreme cases, maybe in some very exceptional cases that I can't help. Maybe I've seen that, oh, this token is not going to retrace. Like the way it's looking is very parabolic. I'm not seeing any signs of retracement. All right, and even if it retraces, it might just be maybe by 10%. And I know that this token has very good potentials, and it's still going to do like 10x in the future. Fine, I can get into it. That's why I said, apart from some very extreme cases, but generally I don't buy tops. Once I miss an opportunity, once I can't get in on that trade early and it's done 50%, 60%, I'm going to ignore it. So these are some ground rules that are going to help you stay in check. All right, these are some things that are going to help you stay in check. So apart from the fact that you need a plan, you also need to establish some ground rules, and then make sure you stick to them. Don't just have these ground rules. Make sure you stick to them. Now, the next thing you want to do, even as we're going to be wrapping up in the next few minutes, is you need to get your crypto tools. Now, definitely, once you understand your way around it, you need to know that, okay, for you to trade cryptocurrencies, you need a couple of tools. You need your wallet. You need to register on these exchanges and all of that. Now, the next thing you want to do, which is the fourth, is to take your first trade. Now, having learned from your mentors and all of that, you want to take your first trade, whether on Binance, whether on Pancake Swap, wherever you want to take your trade, you take your first trade. And the last thing you want to do, and which you keep doing, is to keep learning and learning. This industry is a fast evolving industry, and you need to be up to date with what is happening in the industry. So you need to keep learning. Learning never ends. All right, so don't think that, oh, I've learned this, I know how to trade on Binance now, I can trade on Pancake Swap, I can trade on these DEX exchanges, and okay, fine, that's good, I'm done. No, you need to be abreast of what is happening. in the industry. So guys, basically this is how to these steps that we just listed, it's generally how you can begin your crypto journey. And I hope that this has helped someone today. I hope you're going to make a decision, to begin. And like I said, by the time this video is up on YouTube, I'm going to be posting some of these links where you can get free curated materials in the description of the video. So be on the lookout for this video as soon as it hits our YouTube channel. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel is Crypto Over Coffee. If you just type it on YouTube, you'll find that. And I'm going to be dropping the link in the WhatsApp group as soon as this meeting is over. So finally, this is our takeaway for today. For each meeting, I'm going to be giving us the tokens that we should be looking at for the week. All right, this is more like free information for everybody and a token for you joining the meeting. So this week, there are 5 tokens that you should keep an eye on. And these include BTC, BNB, ADA, LTC, and Link. So I'm going to type it in the Zoom chat box so we can take note of this. Apart from that, I think we're done for the day. If you have a questions, kindly ask your questions as this meeting is going to be ending in less than 8 minutes. So if you have a question, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, good evening everyone.
Good evening.
And good evening Ileke.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead.
Okay, this confidence.
Okay, confidence.
Yeah, I must appreciate your effort and commitment to this has been quite amazing. I really appreciate that. I know it's not an easy task to do. So more grace to your elbow there. So just the first one, just like the update came last night concerning Dodge. Today again, I observed, just like you said, it got to as low as 44 cents, but along the line now started picking up again. So do you think it's safe now for somebody to buy into it again, hoping for a continuous pump, or somebody that with you should still stay out?
Okay, well, generally, there are 2 things you must note. One, this whole Dogecoin is a meme coin. Now, if you ask me, I really do not see it as a solid project. So the number 1 rule is this: invest money that you can afford to lose. Okay, I actually skipped that. It's part of your emotional management as a trader. Always invest money you can afford to lose. Don't invest money that you need for your house rent or your school fees. Invest money you can lose. That's number 1 rule. Number 2, is always profitable to buy in the dip. So if anybody really wants to buy Dogecoin, then of course it's still with Elon Musk behind this token, the potential is still huge. Even though it has done how many X, but then there's still a possibility of Dogecoin making money. So, and then this is the perfect opportunity to buy. You just said it's at 24 cents. I mean, I don't think it's going to get any cheaper. This is the best time to accumulate it. All right. But know that as an investor, do not focus your energy on some of these meme coins. It's better to just, if you have spare money, yes, of course, throw it into these meme coins and make some money and get out of it. But don't focus your energy on these meme coins. They are meme coins. Anything can happen. All right, it's just as good as this other token, SafeMoon, FEC token. Today, FEC token actually did about 80%. Yeah, it's a shit coin. Just make your money and get out of it. But yes, like you said, if you still want to get into Dodge still has the potentials to pump. All right, so this is the best time to buy. Is in a deep. Accumulate it now, but accumulate it with money that you can afford to lose. Just be open about it. It may or it may not. All right, so this is my opinion. I hope I answered the question. Confidence. I believe that was confidence.
Yeah, you did. Thank you for that.
Right. Okay, guys. So, is there any other person with a question? We should be ending this meeting soon. I'm just going to drop I think I already dropped the tokens we should be looking out for in the Zoom chat box. So keep your eyes on this token And also, all of these tokens that I listed, they are solid projects for the long term. I mean, really solid projects for the long term. So then if you have some money, you might want to invest in some of these tokens. They are really going to do well in the long term. Excuse me. But for this week, yes, they're really looking good. We're going to see some green candles in this direction. Okay, guys. Yes, of course, 1inch. 1inch is a very good, very good project. I mentioned 1inch on Friday during the Zoom meeting. So 1inch is a very good, solid project. You can accumulate 1inch now. Okay, I'll be waiting for the next question. Okay, so guys, I'll be dropping my contact in case you want to contact me on anything. Feel free to send me a message on WhatsApp only, please. So that's my contact. If you have questions, you can let me know on the WhatsApp group. And of course, every other information that we need, you're going to be getting on the WhatsApp group. The Zoom link for the meetings, the YouTube link for the videos. You're also going to get on YouTube. And then from time to time, I usually drop signals on the WhatsApp groups. So please be on the lookout. And like I said, feel free to always do your own research. All right, this is an evolving space. Feel free to do your research and always check the entry point, because I'm going to be dropping some signals this week. Please check the entry point if you're conversant with trading. All right, do not just rush and enter into a trade. If you're getting the signal late, maybe 1 hour later or 30 minutes later, like I earlier explained, you might just be late. So please feel free to always check the entry point and make sure that that token is still within the buy zone before you get in. Because if you're getting it when it's already pumped, there might be a retracement, and that might happen when you're just getting into the signal. All right, so please take note of that. Okay, someone is saying that, is there any chance of ETH retracing? Well, ETH is really parabolic at this point, and the price prediction for Ethereum in the next few weeks or months is that Ethereum is going to hit $5,000, and it's not far. Really, it's not. This is my opinion. I feel like even though definitely there's going to be a retracement after such a pump, there is bound to be a retracement, a correction. But then you're not going to see Ethereum go back to its previous price. All right, you shouldn't expect Ethereum to come back to maybe $2,000 or $1,000. No, it's not going to hit that such a low price. The retracement, the correction will just be minor. Okay, so I don't think we're going to experience any major dip in Ethereum. So Ethereum is a good project if you want to get in now. So basically that's it. All right, guys, we've come to the end of today's episode on Crypto Over Coffee. I hope you had a wonderful time. I did, and I wish you a very good night's rest and a profitable week. See you guys next week. Thank you for joining in. My name remains Ileke. Ciao.